Hey you guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a collective reading. It's actually a channel message. So be sure to subscribe, you guys. Be sure to like the video, share it with someone you know. If you could go into your search box and search the Nutcase Network, click on a video that you have not seen and watch it all the way through. Like it, comment on it. That would be very, very helpful. If you want this message to get out to people who need to see it, be sure to share it with someone you know. The channel message is that basically right now, I'm sorry if it offends you or if it hurts your feelings, but men are losing their grip because they have abused their power. Men are being taken out of power and a transition is happening to where women are going to be in power. Now, some of you may know this, but it's because of the abuse of power, it's because of the negligent behavior, it's because of all of the negativity, loss of life, and pure destruction that has taken place that has caused men to be in this predicament at this time, and it is what it is. Men are losing their grip on power, and there's about to be a change of authority. So what are the messages that you want me to express? Guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors, Father, Mother, God, for this message. There's nothing that can be done. Okay? Yep, adjudication in the reverse. The judgment is not in their favor. Okay? What else is the message in regards to this channeled message that needs to be said? Ooh, imprisonment in the reverse. See? All the people that have been imprisoned falsely are going to be released somehow. There's also going to be a release. I'm not talking about just physical jail. This is like all of the people, souls, individuals who've been falsely imprisoned by the unsatisfactory rule that men have had on our universe for this extended period of time. They're being released. There's been a floundering of power, okay? What else? Can I get one more card? Ooh, marriage. So, see, a lot of this is because of the abuse that women have endured in marriages over time. The abuse that has been endured due to the propaganda surrounding marriage. A lot of you guys have been in situations where you've probably tried to get out of bad marriages. You've probably been in bad marriages. You've been possibly abused through negativity in a marriage or a partnership. I feel like there's a release here of a contract and it's not going in the favor of men. Yeah, we have sudden wealth and thief. So a lot of you could have definitely been in bad situations where your spouse or your ex-spouse did not pay what they were owed, or they came into some money that they should have shared with you, but they did not share. This is also the plight of men. Men are losing their power and it's slowly being taken away. So what you need to understand is that there are going to be a lot of men who are lashing out because they don't want to see the truth. Blinding of your eyes allows you not to have to see the truth, but it doesn't stop the truth from being told or being known. That is what it is. They're losing their power. Men have lost their authority over this land. Men have lost their authority over this plane because they've floundered their power and their platforms. They have floundered their influence. They have chosen negativity and violence over the love and prosperity that is supposed to be this land and this universe. They came into something very beautiful and they had the opportunity to share it, but they wanted to covet it for themselves. This is also in terms of the commodity of women. He's got his hand around her right there. The bad decisions are having to be answered for. What are the messages for this situation? Yep. Ten of Swords. What else? See, who the imprisoned are now being released. You see what I'm saying? The imprisoned are now being released, and those who have imprisoned are now in that predicament, in that situation. Someone is losing power, and that's what the Ten of Swords is. What else? Four of Wands. See, because there was a betrayal in the relationship. There was an imbalance in the relationship. Okay? That's definitely marriage. Something about the sanctity and the purity of marriage has been tainted through men's actions. Either they're cheaters, or they're liars, or they're abusers, or they don't take care of their children properly. They don't support their families. They don't support their parents. They don't respect their communities. So they're about to start losing their homes. They're about to start losing their place within society. The way that people have looked at marriage is changing. And that's because of the lack of integrity from men. That is because of the lack of accountability from men. That is because of the lack of protection and care that men were supposed to provide, and that was their responsibility to provide, which they are now blaming on women. Page of Swords and the Hermit. There's been an investigation. There's been a spiritual investigation that's being done. They've been watched. They're being watched. They're being spied upon with eyes that cannot be seen. These are the eyes of the universe. These are the eyes of God. These are the eyes of the angels that are here. There's been way too much. In documented history, women have been used as experiments. Women have been used as tools. Women have been used for sex. Women have been used for all nefarious purposes by men. Controlled, belittled, berated. And y'all think that y'all are going to just sit here as men and continue to do this? No. This is done. Ten of Swords. What's the Ten of Swords? The Ace of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. See, there's been too much time. There's been too much time. This idea, this was a bright idea that some goofy man had to use women as pawns. It's a goofy idea that they had. And they were thinking with their phalluses. See? I feel because of the strength physically that men possessed, they have forced a lot of things to happen secretly. There's been a lot of secret work that's been going on. A lot of you spiritual practitioners have been doing secret work to stop this because it's been going on for too long. You've been working on behalf of God, the Most High, Source, whoever you want to believe in, but there's secret work that has been done. There's been a lot of forcing of women to be mistresses as well. Like forcing women into precarious, dangerous situations, forcing women into hiding, just forcing people to do things. That's what I feel. And there's been a lot of secret work from spiritual practitioners that has been done to facilitate this change. What's the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands? People are investing in new ideas, yep, and they're taking action to move away from what's been going on in the past. Okay? What's been able to go on in the past is no longer being protected. There's been a lot of men who have left their homes, left their children, not protected their families, to go off and be with new people, to go off and sleep with new women, to betray those that support them. And they feel justified in this. They're going to defend this to the death. A lot of these men are not going to want to let go of their power, but it's like there's nothing that they can do. The power shift has already taken place because they chose to be unreliable to their families and not support their families, not protect their families, to go out and indulge in negative behavior. And then turn around and blame it on women. That's the problem, because you're not going to be able to blame someone else for your betrayal. You decided to stab your family in the back, disappear out of nowhere, not take care of your responsibilities for centuries. And it's no hiding that, because everybody sees it now, because the only people who you're trying to convince are the women. And the women see it. And the women realize what it is. We've known what it is. We just didn't want to believe it. We wanted to try to move forward. No more. It's done. A lot of women are dropping their burdens, which are the men of the world and society. And I'm not saying that society can work without one or the other. Society needs both men and women. However, the power that men have had this entire time, they're no longer going to have it. And the people who have been entrapped or imprisoned, which are women and children who've been entrapped and imprisoned within this organization, are now being set free. The past is coming back to haunt men at this point. And you know, a lot of the men like to say, oh, well, we weren't the ones who did this. We weren't the ones who did that. Yes, you are. Because deep down spiritually, you've lived several different lifetimes. And this is justice for what you've tried to keep hidden. Men have lived several different lifetimes, and they've probably done a lot of the things that they claim not to have done. And just because you didn't do it in this lifetime doesn't mean that you weren't involved in it at some point in the past. That's what's being answered for. King of Pentacles. What is the King of Pentacles? King of Swords. What else is the King of Pentacles? The Hermit. And the Temperance. See, time has run out because that was almost in reverse. Yep, and there's a change, transformation. See what I'm saying? There's a change to all of this confusion. There's a lot of dishevelment and confusion, illusions. Time has run out for that. There's no more hiding this. This could be involving Virgo. Something about Virgo, Sagittarius. I don't know. Something about a Virgo possibly. Let me see something. Yeah, Virgo, Sagittarius, maybe even Gemini. But time has run out. The discovery has already been made. The only option that men have at this point is to change. And a lot of them are denying this change. The only choice that they have is to change. Five of Swords and the Emperor. You know, all of this unlawful, inhumane behavior is done. But see, they're not going to change. So they're going to have to learn the hard way spiritually. That's why if you're a woman, you may need to go ahead and hold back. They're trying to hold on to this behavior because it's easier. A lot of these men don't want to do the hard work that it's going to take to evolve. So they're trying to hold on to the power that they have over women. I suggest that if you are a woman, that you move on. I don't think it's a good time right now to have a child. I don't think it's a good time right now to be in a marriage. Okay? A lot of people are getting divorced. A lot of people don't want to be married. And why do the tides shift? Why does times change? It's because of the way that people have been treated and because there's an imbalance that needs to be rectified. So the shift is taking place in the way that women feel about marriage, because marriage has not been something that has been positive for them. It's been propagandized to make them think it's something that they want, just so that men can control them, and it's done. It's no longer going to work. I suggest as a woman that you stay single. I suggest that you don't have any children. I suggest that you maybe abstain from any type of intercourse, because this is the way that these men are being able to take you out and keep you in this cycle of nonsense. I feel like there's a need for you to be very independent, to have boundaries, because at this time, the rulers of the world are changing. And there's going to be a lot of destruction that is going to take place to try to hold on to it. And you need to be aware of it so you are not a part of said destruction. What's the Four of Wands? Yep, there's a change to marriage. There's a change to relationships. It's time for relationships to transform. The King of Pentacles or Cups or whoever, whatever the king is that you want to see, is already dead. Okay? It's already been done. The change has already been taking place. There is hope, though. There is hope for marriage and relationships, but it's about having strong boundaries and moving forward from giving to people who don't give back. See, that's the only way that this change is going to happen. If women continue to take what they don't deserve, men are not going to be forced to change. If you want to have a man in your life that's worth something, this could be a very quick situation. It's a long change, and it definitely could have... It's something that has taken several lifetimes. Your mother, your grandmother, your aunts, your cousins, everybody has to be involved. It's a change that has taken several lifetimes. Okay? There's a lot of women right now that don't want to see that this is the way. You can't support men who have abused you for centuries and think that they're going to stop abusing you. They're not. And that's the point. For a lot of you guys who have found this reading, you are either at the point where you're having to make the decision that this is what you're going to do, or you have already realized this and this is confirmation for what you know. At this particular moment, men are done. Okay? Their power and the structures of their power are collapsing. And they are trying in malicious ways with this Five of Swords to hold on to control. Now, there is definitely light being shown on this, and time is running out. But as a woman, if you want to get through this faster and you want to move this change forward, you have to stop giving your body, your money, your time, your homes, your benefits, your blessings to these men who don't deserve it and allowing it to happen for nothing. They have to work for it now. What do you think men were doing back in, caveman times when they had to have a wife? It was a lot more work. These men are pacifists. They're lazy. And the only time they want violence is when it's violence against a woman. So you're going to have to stand up and make a decision about what you want to do. Because if you don't make a decision and you don't change what you're doing, you're perpetuating the problem. What's the Four of Wands? And you're going to be cast as the enemy. I'm telling you, the Tower, not the Tower, it's a Tower. The title card in reverse, the power, the shift of power. If you are a woman who does not want to take accountability for this, or who does not want to make the change, you want to keep pacifying these men, you are going to go down with the ship. I'm telling you. You are going to go down with the ship because their sword is in your back. You're going to be the only one that's available for them to continue to abuse. Do you want that? Because the more that you keep trying to be their cheerleaders and be in their corners, the more they're going to turn against you. And I don't want that for you, but I'm letting you know what's going to happen. What's the Death card in the title in reverse with the Four of Wands? This is the sanctity of marriage. See what I'm saying? This is the sanctity of marriage. You have to be devoted to silence and not moving forward in relationships with these men. That's what this is. The Hierophant, the title in reverse, Four Wands, and the marriage card. This is a marriage license. Moving in together, a lease. Okay, You have to stop moving in with these men. You have to stop marrying these men, being in relationships with these men, having children with these men, being mistresses with these men behind their wives' back. Because I'm telling you, you're like a lamb being led to the slaughter. And if you continue, you are going to be the next target. You are also going to be taken down by the universal forces that are removing this tainted energy from our space. You have to release yourself. It's hard. It's a very emotional thing. But there's been so much wealth of the earth that has been stolen. There's been so much negativity that has been taken from, you know, men. Women have taken a lot of negativity. There's been so many resources that have been depleted. The world has literally, you think we're the only ones that they're taping with an R? No, they're taping with an R the environment, the world, nature. The proverbial tape with an R of our surroundings is coming to a close. Time is up. What is the advice for all the beautiful people watching? Okay. Shungite, detox your life. What did I say? I said detox your life in all those words. Clear quartz, get crystal clear, and tiger's eye, overcome your fears. Some of you guys are afraid. Some of you guys are afraid, well, what if I end up alone? Maybe you will. But see, the universe grants blessings to people. God grants gifts and blessings to people who have faith. I'm a single woman. I'm a single black woman who gets called all types of names. I'm a single mother. I was in a marriage and still was a single mother, and I'm sick of it. I'm tired of seeing my kids suffer. And if you're really tired of seeing your kids suffer, now it's not time. It's no longer time to appeal to these men. It's time to appeal to God. And the only way that you can do that is through changing your actions, detoxing your life, removing the poison. And that's exactly what's happening. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like the video. Leave me comments below. Also, be sure to subscribe to Mom Jeans, where I talk about other subjects. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for coming. Bye.